Okay, so today I'm going to try to take on the level 6 Lichess bot again. I've played this one a number of times. It is pretty good, and it actually comes up with some amazing moves at times. Like, it doesn't seem too bad, and then they kind of run away with it. Sometimes playing better opponents in general, like even when I play 2,000 rated players and stuff that I have played a number of times, it's sort of deceptive, right? Like, oh, they're not going to beat you in the opening necessarily, or you know, you expect like, oh, it's move 10 and they should have already mated me, but that's not how it works, right? So you you know, it seems like, oh, look how evenly matched it is, and I'm playing a 2,000 player, but you know, what do you expect, right? You're gonna lose the game. It might take a little bit of time for them to do it, but it doesn't mean that well, that at least makes me happy for trading perspectives. Like, I can probably draw it, but see, I'm moving too fast and too weird. Like, that seemed to be a little awkward for them, but none of it really forced them to lose the castle or anything. You go here. I don't feel threatened now though, because like whatever they come up with now, they're gonna do a stupid cheeky queenside castle, but like whatever they're gonna do now is gonna take some work, because it's just what? That might seem bad, but now you can kind of seal it off a little, and this gives you a good attacking position. I just don't feel intimidated in this game. See, they allowed too many trades too early, and in the course of doing that, it allows you to very hard to decide where to put the dark skirmisher right now. Right, like it's in a very odd spot. See, this is when you know you're just kind of fucking. There'll be like these back and forth knight moves that aren't even doing anything. Now, I've been in a couple good attacking positions against this before, and then it's such an impenetrable fortress that it creates. Like, it's very, very difficult to do anything. The only thing holding on to it is the knight, which in this case you couldn't take, because then I could go here, but you could still do it. I should kind of move my knight back and forth. Then these pawns have a certain value, but I can't do it because I can't do anything with it, and the reason why is because now this is kind of a good, like, a bait play. I could take, and then if you take, wait, no, never mind. I could take, you take, I take, but I can't. They're separate. Never mind. If I raise this, you could raise this. It seems like a decent diagonal. The only thing I can't do is I can't actually get the knight to come into the game. I might have to go like this. Oh, but see, that's as usual. The knight always gets in the way. That traps the it traps the thing, because, well, actually no, well, it doesn't, because you could double take it, I guess. So like I would oh god. Okay, so now you're attacking this ship properly, which again, they're always, I can't even explain the thought process because they already do it, but then again, I'm going too fast, so I would take, you would take, I would take, you would take, and then I could check. Now, would that be enough to either do a draw or be worth it? I would give up this, take, I would give up 2 pieces to do it, which is totally unnecessary, right? Sometimes I do these things that are extravagant, but it's not like I'm in a bad spot. I'm not losing, I'm not in a terrible, you know, position. That's fine. It's just more so my desire to, like, try to make something happen. So this is serving as almost like an octopus knight sort of position, where you're able to basically you know, look at it from a perspective that he's blocking the open file. He would come here. Even coming here would have been fine, but there's nowhere the knight can advance to. So now it turns into just like, I don't know. Even if I do that, you could double take. Like nothing's nothing's happening. This seemed good, but it's just not. So we'll go up to, you know, you got to start coming up with these really creative attacks that just don't normally happen. So now you'll come here, and then it creates a problem because then it's just like, I don't care. What? Okay, I mean, it's not like it's a surprise that he's going to be doing that. The problem is the Dark Square Bishop is in kind of a weird spot. Now you'll start to gang up on here and do that. And so I could just ignore it and go for the king. I would take and check. Now it opens up all kind of things, possibly, that would allow you to go here, you go, it's just nothing's gonna be able to cover that. And the double stack isn't doing much. Oh shit. See, this is one of those moves, right? This is a patented engine move. Like what is that, dude? He's in a good spot, but it didn't seem actually all that one-sided at all. Like, see, it says one move in there is gonna be the difference. Like, it was pretty even most of the way. In fact, I was very confident I could draw that one, but my biggest weakness is not even anything ability or knowledge. It's like patience. Like I'm playing it like so fucking fast. Right, it may as well be a bullet game, just because, again, the engine moves fast, so then I feel bad if I take too long, but it's not fair to obviously compare that. So yeah, this was confusing. I thought I'd do this, but then they would just do that anyway. Like, okay. I don't know. It seemed dumb. But yeah, the way it went, I was able to not really do a whole lot to him because it was still pretty even. This is a blunder. They check, I move. You go back to there, and I'm underestimating also just the cover of the knight. And then you take, and then you are supposed to do this, which is bizarre. I don't know why. I don't know why you would do that. You feel like it's trapped, or there's just nowhere to go. You got to get out of the way. So that's a blunder there. So you're supposed to do this to stop the mate that's impending. And obviously you're losing that pretty badly, so it's over so fast too. Then I don't even know what to do with the rest of the session. Like, I don't know. Titled only 1,000 prize pool. I don't really have like a clear category or anything I'm doing. Like, it's just sort of all random stuff for now. So I'm in a position where I sort of do this partly maybe to bait viewers into playing me too, because I'm not playing online against random people, because that's part of the consequence of me failing my permanent challenges on here and on chess.com. But if random, you know, people or viewers and stuff challenge me, that I can do. Not for rating even, but just for the actual thing. Just for the experience of doing it. So you could do something where I was doing, wait, why would they put this on actual Lichess? They're doing chess.com versus Lichess. Like, clearly chess.com was obviously better historically, but you can appreciate that this is free and all of that kind of thing. That was obviously more competitive. It's amazing the monopolization that happens with something like that. Something as ubiquitous and just normal as chess, right? That's so common. What is the, you know, difference? Like, the difference in two sides would be, oh, there's some little fucking, UI or feature that's slightly different, and that makes all the difference. Like the streamline effect, like it's just chess. Like anybody, I should be able to make a site where it's just a chessboard and it's just chess and it just lets you play it. It shouldn't be like some big deal that, oh, we're competing, or there's like this vacuous emptiness of, oh, there's these two sites that have monopolized chess and you can't find anywhere else to do it. Like, really, what's so special about them? Why couldn't some random dude just do the same thing when the game is so, not even like simple, but just straightforward? Like, that's all it is. Like, how many hundreds of sites could you have to convey the same thing, that, oh, it lets you play chess and it's just a chessboard? And what makes one really so good, you know? And then you have the preconceived notion of like the player base, and the player base is part of what makes it good too. I'm too tired to do anything in this session. I could do Hearthstone maybe a little bit. Hang on. Okay, so here we're gonna do the same two gimmick decks, the warrior gimmick deck and the shaman gimmick deck. Basically, I'll just do each one until I lose. This has been, I guess, the only other thing I was doing on those sort of longer sessions with no commentary, or the TTS commentary, was the PvZ heroes, which I almost don't want to do that because, but you know, this is kind of how I would do it then. This is like a laid back casual thing. The way I did it before was more like a structured series. Like, you're doing it for the first time ever and it's fresh and everything's new and you're seeing things out for the first time, and you're, I don't know, it's just more immersive that way. You're putting a bit more into it. So yeah, I should try to do the delisted games thing that I was talking about, like where I go through some of those delisted games and oh, we should try to get to silver at least. Like the ones that are, there's that one site I always use, so it'll tell you like something that's about to go offline that you won't be able to ever play again, right? Even sometimes single player games, stupid ones like Spec Ops The Line and stuff like that, because some music, I love that one. Spec Ops is no longer playable, or like no longer on Steam unless you already own it or whatever the thing is, because there's some issue with the music. Like, why not just change the music then? They could just do an update and take something out. But they did that like with GTA 4. Some of the radio stations expired their licensing, so they just took them out, or you know. But that's still annoying. But it's not like, oh no, let's just take the whole game off of Steam just because we have this some song or something we don't like. But yeah, it's a situation where don't do this, man. It's a situation where I feel like I should check out some of the delisted things, and I should also do something like you know, Oblivion Remastered. But see, I wouldn't even want to do that at all, because there's still unfinished business with Oblivion itself that I you know, I would want to just play the original Oblivion, because I haven't played that to satisfaction. But the thing that I love with that is how unexpected it was. I just came out of nowhere. I hadn't heard anything about it at all, right? The thing you'd heard more about was Sky, Oblivion, and all this kind of other things like that. The fan-made one. So you have that, probably some, you know, new game first playthrough permadeath ones that I missed, because like I was trying to do that. I was trying to do that with respect to like every month I was trying to do one game, and I can't even, I don't even have time or energy to do it now. Like I just, or again, that's something I wouldn't want to do on one of those sort of muted TTS kind of sessions, because it feels kind of like a waste, or you know, if you're doing something really fresh or new. That's why these categories are good as sort of throwaways. I was almost thinking, like, in the same context, you could do like, I'm going to study chess or something. But the problem with doing it that way is that I don't know.
light or magic, I'll withstand it all.
The problem with doing it that way as well, it's boring, first of all, but that is the sort of fodder throwaway content that I could, but I just still don't even really want to do it. Oh, that sounded kind of different than the way I thought she said it here. But that is a great line that they obviously took from her in the Tempest Keep itself. There are so many great boss quotes and lines throughout the history of WoW that's one of my favorite things about it. And I always said this theory, like open world games like Bethesda games and stuff like that should do that, where, you know, and sometimes they sort of will, but like in Skyrim, you go in that one cave and then they're chanting like, we summon Potema, who's like the wolf queen or whatever. So like something dynamic like that's just already going on. And so what happens is, you know, you want that, like you go into a dungeon and then the boss is talking shit to you the whole time as you go through, you know, who enters my domain, and then, or at least when you're about to fight them. So it gives them a bit more personality that allows you to do that. You can just get double pyroblast to the face, I guess. And whenever it's random effects like this, sometimes they can hurt them too and affect them too, but in this case, that's not even legitimate based on what he did. It's supposed to be cast 20 mana worth of spells at opponents, but that one wasn't even, not even that wasn't the fact that he froze his own thing. How at enemies, but one of them summons water elementals for them, so that's not at enemies. Like, that has nothing to do with that. You know, I'm getting a little greedy with the I'm getting a little bit greedy with that, because it feels like now the values are going to be jacked out, and that's a dream come true, but also it's going to be a case where I'm leaving myself too exposed here. I don't have any kind of removal or anything meaningful here, so I need a rush here. And even the fact that it's frozen is actually fine, but I maybe should have, whatever, I can flip it. This gives you a lot of flexibility too for some of the, like, oh, Iron Juggernaut deck and stuff like that, that I always would use the Brewmaster, just flip it back and try to put as many mines as possible. But I mean, that's like way old school way of doing it. There's so many better ways now, and they even improved the Iron Juggernaut to have the Death Rattle too, that puts a mine. So by that logic, you could do it like with some of those cards that specifically operate out of that, like even if I froze that, it'd be whatever. We'll do that just to slow it down and try to gain some armor back, because like these two are really the ones that make this deck kind of fun even to do. Is that, like, this is relatively obviously new, but the effects are just insane. Like being able to only take 1 damage at a time for something that also can't be targeted, and then obviously being this strong and beefy and just touched up is going to be extremely crazy. Even after all that, you're still not going to be able to deal with this, though. Okay, that doesn't do anything. That makes it feel like such a waste. This is still around. I could do Lorthamar again and try to almost rub it in his face. I guess I didn't appreciate the armor thing most of the time when I'm using this, but, or I could do it even still again, which is extremely greedy, but I'll still do it. These values are going to be jacked out now no matter what, because you're in a position to man, I'm just too tired lately to even do this. I don't even care. I've missed a couple days lately. I've done those TTS kind of muted ones, which at least the trade-off there is it's a bit longer of an experience. So I could actually copy that and almost do the same thing back to him. I'm gonna 1/1 tendrils and force each enemy whatever to attack or something. Or I'm kind of curious how that works. Like, shouldn't I be able to use his shit? Oh, it's somehow it mirrors the each enemy minion. It'll devolve into a no commentary thing anyway because I'm just half asleep. Like, this is actually really surprising. But no, this one went good because of Lorthamar, and I could even do it again. So you have to rely on Tortola to save you, not only because okay, just inherently, but because you have to survive. That's how people get so fucking stupid. I'm still waiting on that spectral result. It just won't come out to save my life. Like, it's really weird. You'd rather have all these stupid ones from StarCraft, which I obviously mocked that idea of, like, you I should have done the other one, I guess, but I don't know. Okay, see you tomorrow.